For most of her life, Mariska Hargitay carried a name that came with a legacy. She was the daughter of 1950s Hollywood siren Jane Mansfield and bodybuilder turned actor Mariska Hargitay, a perfect blend of beauty, strength, and fame. To the world, it was a glamorous family, legendary, iconic, untouchable. And to Mariska, Mickey wasn't just a father figure. He was Dad, the man who raised her, held her hand through unimaginable grief, and shaped her strength. But even the strongest foundations can shake when the truth surfaces. For over 5 decades, Mariska believed Mickey was her biological father. Why wouldn't she? He was present. He loved her. He stood by her side when tragedy struck in the most unthinkable way. When Jane Mansfield died in a horrific car crash in 1967, leaving 3-year-old Mariska an orphan in ways a child should never understand. Mickey became her rock, her compass. But there was a missing piece to her story, one she never expected to confront. In a quiet yet emotionally powerful moment, Mariska Hargitay revealed the truth to the world. Mariska Hargitay was not her biological father. The real man who gave her life? A man named Nelson Sardelli. His name may not ring bells for many today, but in his time, Nelson was a vibrant presence in the entertainment world. A singer, actor, a figure who once had a romantic relationship with Jane Mansfield. Their connection, however, was short-lived, and their time together ultimately faded into the swirl of Hollywood's many forgotten romances. But one thing didn't fade: Mariska. Until recently, this truth remained buried beneath layers of family loyalty, public perception, and perhaps an intentional choice to protect a little girl's heart. Mariska only recently shared this revelation, and not with fanfare or scandal, but with grace. "It's very interesting because I found out that my father was not my biological father," she said. "I had such a father, and my father was Mariska Hargitay. So when I found out later, it wasn't really a trauma. I had a dad." These words, soft, powerful, and soaked in emotional maturity, carry the weight of years spent reconciling 2 truths: the man who biologically fathered her, and the man who stepped into the role with unwavering love. The internet, naturally, was stunned. How could such a truth stay hidden for so long? How did no one know? But perhaps the real question is this: does biology truly define a father? Mariska's answer seems to be no. Her story doesn't shift into bitterness or betrayal. It settles into something rare: acceptance. A child's love for the man who showed up for her, not the man who simply helped create her. This revelation adds a new layer to the woman we know from Law and Order, SVU, the fierce Olivia Benson, who has become a symbol of strength, empathy, and justice. It makes sense now why Mariska brings such raw authenticity to her roles. She has lived through pain, loss, and now, truth. And yet, this isn't a story about heartbreak. It's a story about identity, about choosing your truth, about honoring the people who raise you, even when the facts shift. Mariska didn't go public to stir controversy. She shared her story to embrace her full self, to stop hiding, to step out of the shadow of secrets and stand in her own light, completely. She holds no resentment toward Nelson Sardelli either. There's no scandal in her voice, no rage, just clarity, perhaps even peace. What's even more powerful is how her father, Mickey, remains the hero of her heart. He raised her. He loved her fiercely. He was Dad in every way that mattered. And maybe, just maybe, that's the ultimate lesson in this story. Family isn't just about blood. It's about love, sacrifice, and presence. It's about who shows up when the world falls apart. Mariska Hargitay didn't need DNA to earn the title of father. He already had it, stitched into the fabric of Mariska's soul. Today, Mariska stands as a beacon of strength, not just because of what she's endured, but because of how she's embraced the truth, with dignity, without shame. In an era obsessed with digging up drama and chasing headlines, her quiet honesty is revolutionary.